Just a couple of days ago, we saw an announcement that the Open Society Foundation is laying off 40% of its workforce. What could be the possible reasons for this? And I'm going to list out a few, and I'm also going to try and tell you a little bit about another interesting saga that is developing amongst the Democrats of the United States. This is important because I'm going to have a series of monologues. Perhaps some will be conversations on which direction the Democratic Party is headed as they go into 2024 elections. Here we go. So the Open Society Foundation has decided to lay off 40% of its workforce. Whether Salil Shetty still has a job as the head of India remains to be seen. It could be a change in direction. It could be many things. So I've tried to list a few here. It's possible that they are carrying a lot of dead wood. Second thing is, a lot of OSF, that is open source intelligence, has been now coming out, wherein they are able to easily establish the connects between various open source foundation funded entities and some of the left, ultra left, anarchist objectives being carried out across the world. In fact, one doesn't know who is funding the 500,000 Africans supposedly who are trying to come into Europe to wage a war. Against whom? Nobody knows. They haven't even come into France or any other country, and we're already having riots in France. So we have to wait and see what that means, how the European nations are going to stop this, and if anything, what else is going to happen in the next few months. Certainly a lot of turbulence. Europe has swung far left. We are only realizing it now when we see that France is having so much problem on its hands just for the killing of one habitual offender who used to always run speed posts and check posts. So this is just not on. I mean, if somebody made a mistake, then that person should be tried according to the law. There's no reason to burn down different cities and different neighborhoods, which is what we are seeing in France now. So that is just your one-liner there as to how some of these things will also get a life of their own and evolve beyond the initial beneficiary. I have a suspicion that entities like Khalistan have become that now. They are able to use the drug money that they are peddling across boundaries to continue to fund this organization, and I don't know where and when this is going to be completely rooted out. So we have to wait and see. I'm just going back and forth all over the place. The most important thing, in my opinion, is that now George Soros has stepped down and his son Alex Soros has stepped in as the head, and he has more political views in nature. He wants to fund more political initiatives rather than some of these, anarchy, open borders, those kinds of initiatives. What that means on the ground will remain to be seen. We'll have to wait and see for a few months before we can sense a change in direction. However, it is my belief that some of these things might result in much bigger problems for the Open Society Foundation. This is just my guess. I have no proof to back it up, but I'm just seeing the amount of anarchy, amount of destruction that is being wrought upon the hapless citizens of the world. So we'll wait and see. Now, on a similar note, and this is not exactly connected with this, but I'm going to have a series, like remember I told you I'm going to have a series of monologue/conversations on what is happening inside the Democratic Party. I wanted to bring out a couple of things. One is, when the Hindenburg research looked like it was going to go off of the rails, George Soros himself came to say that he was not behind Hindenburg research. Who knows whether he was or he was not? The fact that he's saying he is not kind of makes one believe that he was. Well, whatever it is. Why would you be accused unless you've been doing something similar in the past? That's probably why the name got associated. Now we also saw that Obama, in that interview that aired on the 22nd of June, he just not only pointed fingers at Modi and India, he also took potshots at his successor Biden. This is very unusual. Presidents, once they demit office, rarely, if anything, take public postures, public positions on various politics, but Obama has been an exception. What makes Obama think that he's special, that he is different? And who is running Obama? Well, I have a hint here for you. The people that are supposed to be running Obama, because remember, 2005, he becomes senator of Illinois, junior senator of Illinois. 2008, he's already the president. Who backed him to the hilt? Who hated the Clintons so much that they went the extra mile to back Obama, a relative unknown from Illinois, to become the president? And in return, what is he giving, or what did he give? And how is it that now he's incredibly rich? All these questions will be answered one by one. I have some links that might throw some light into it. There's a tell-all interview that his elder brother Malik Obama gave, and that has a lot of secrets that perhaps you don't know. But the most important thing in that I'm going to show you is this. He said that Susan Rice was Biden's handler in the Biden administration, and basically Susan Rice was going into the White House almost every day. She just had responsibility for domestic policy, an area that she's completely unfamiliar with. Her experience has been in foreign policy, and yet she got domestic policy, which means that she had no work there, but she was clearly carrying out the instructions of a person. Now, we can say that that is Obama. I beg to differ. It is probably somebody who was actually funding Obama. And it is believed 2 R's. You can take a look at that video to understand who those 2 R's are. 2 different big families. Anyway, so look at the dates. 24th April, Susan Rice says she's going to quit. And on the 25th, Biden announces that he's going to run again. And essentially, in Obama's book, Biden has decided to go rogue, and hence, from that point forward, there has been so many things that he has been coming out and saying against Biden. So essentially, the guru Sishya, I mean, you can't even say that Obama can be the guru of Biden. So suddenly, Obama has turned against Biden. And this relationship of president-vice president, how effective it was, well, we don't know. Biden has been up to his neck in various scandals, corruption scandals, and we know that at least 32 million has been, put in the family accounts from China alone, and we don't know how much from Ukraine. And this is just 2 countries. That's just 2 countries. No reason why the other 194 countries. I'm assuming there are 197 countries. 1 or 2 here or there, doesn't matter. I took out 2, US is 1, 3, so 194 countries. We don't know where else what money exchange hands. So there is a lot of problems. Now we are seeing 3 camps emerge. There is the Biden camp, there is the Hillary Clinton or the Clinton camp, and there is the Obama camp. Obama would love Michelle to become the next president. How they are going to dethrone Biden before 2024 and put her in the presidency, and how they are going to bypass Kamala Harris. A lot of asks, a lot of questions unanswered. What's going to happen? We don't know. But clearly, the Republicans as well as one section of the Democrats are now gunning for Biden's head. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications.